Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gamebreakers. I'm here with my Gamebreakers crew. I got Thomas, I got Allison, I got David, I got William, and we are here playing the Tomb of Annihilation. I couldn't even tell you what episode it is because it's been a bunch, and also, we did take a break for a little while, but we were back at it last week. We are here again, and we are in the jungles of Chult. Now, if I was going to ask for a recap, would David be able to enlighten us and the audience at home?
We we made friends with some weird little uh, anime creatures, and in return, they helped to guide us up the precarious steps of the ziggurat uh, in in various ways in exchange for some minor trinkets we traded with them, and way up to the top and encountered somebody with a name. That person uh, in a room out of time.
The Guardian Naga.
Yes.
Sasha the Snake.
Saja and Baza. Saja.
That's all my brain's got for you.
All right. Uh, yes, indeed. It was the ascent of the ziggurat, which seemed to be magically charmed to impede travel, but the Chewinga elementals would show you a little clue if you paid attention or followed along. So, and upon reaching the Guardian Naga up top, you each had some time. You all spoke with the Guardian. Does anyone want to highlight maybe what that conversation was about? Allison?
Nope, my notes aren't good on that. Sorry.
Okay. Well, I certainly usually I look around the classroom and I see that there's the one that I call on often, but I'm gonna give Will the opportunity here. What do we talk about with the Guardian Naga?
Lich. There's a lich. There's
A Moslin.
The super powerful wise snake lady that didn't eat us and gave us cool blessings said she really wants us to go kill the lich. And there was a weird thing like how we were in a city that was actually back in time, but we were sort of in the present. It wasn't really clear. It felt like she was implying we weren't smart enough to figure it out. I thought we probably could have tried to figure it out if she would explain it, but she didn't seem like she wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, lich bad.
She had spoken of a Moslin.
A Malison, even?
Malison? Moslin?
Is that
Yeah,
the
Malison.
Yuan-Ti type? Yeah.
The Yuan-Ti centaur human hybrid thingy conjunct.
It sounds like someone like my evil twin sister, Allison.
When two have become one. Oh.
Oh, wait,
And
that's a
Dolores
human head sewed
possible.
on too, right?
It's a human upper half attached to a Yuan-Ti lower half. Kind of think of a centaur, but it's a snake. Human, snake, centaur.
You remember Golobulus from G.I. Joe back in the day? You ever have that action figure? Anyway, specifically Rasnasi, the Malison, is our intended target, who used to be a paladin in Mesro, but he long time ago betrayed his oaths, became a warlord, and commanded just an unusual number of undead. There's no spells that let you make an army of undead, but he had one, and that's notable.
Yeah, I did have Kill Renassi on my list. I did get that much.
Yeah.
On your to-do list?
So
And we're actually under a gesh now. I mean, some of us were willing anyway, but apparently we have no choice. We are going to kill the thingy.
Yep.
There was only those that were reluctant. It seems like everyone was on board.
I volunteered pretty immediately.
Yeah, I mean, if he's undead, I was going to do that anyway. Oh, a necromancer that raised a whole bunch of undead? Yeah, that's our interests are aligned.
That's frowned upon.
Right.
Essentially, that the Naga had shared through her visions that,
Mhm.
that the Ross, that's like a title, right? The name is Nasi, NSI, right? The Ross Nasi and his Yuan-Ti followers are scheming to end the world.
Yeah.
And they're trying to do so by bringing forward...
Dendar the Night Serpent.
That's right.
Indeed.
Dandar, not Dandar's books. The Dandar monster, different.
And that their lair is in Omu.
Yeah, and that was where he retreated to ally with the UNT. At which point he became a Malison. He was human. So, and all the undead around are the remnants of his force. Still, jackass. We also have a message to Arctis. Something about she won't return until Rasnasi's dead and she's trapped in a city. I didn't get all the verbatim in my notes.
She's still trapped in the city and cannot return until Rasnasi is dead. So there was this discussion, and there was the agreement amongst the party to kill the Rasnasi. And she had spoken about how she was now living in a moment outside of time, and that she had picked this imagery, from a place that she liked, the city of Mesro. Because that's not where you're at physically. That's not where the ziggurat is, right? It's just, this is a construct. Right? She'd said she'd picked this place because it looked nice. And then after leaving, you'd found that there was the blue tulips that had sprung up in fields around the base of the ziggurat.
Right.
And it was the next morning when you came down the stairs. Now you were there in the middle of the night, and it hasn't been that long. It does seem like there's a disconnect between there and here. So, after that gets us caught up here, so we are with our party that had stayed outside. That was Artis, Iku, Azaka. And of course, upon returning, Iku will smile and say, "I'm glad that you were able to meet the challenges. I'm sure you understand why I didn't return or go with you."
Yeah, I get it now. It was the snake thing, wasn't it? You didn't want to eat the snake.
You can only go once. I was already there. I can't go there again.
I know, but you could have said something about the snakes. Just saying.
That was so gross.
Yeah. Just like looking empathetically at Roken.
I can still imagine.
Still got bruising around the throat.
The visual and slither of the tail slapping the side.
I don't want to talk about it. Stop.
More snake. Wayne is just sketching out a map of the city that was around in the old, like the old moment.
Okay. Making some pictures.
Mm-hmm. And was that Mesro or Omu?
That was Mesro, or at least it used to be.
Right, the old version.
An old Mesro, yeah.
That's fine. I'm still gonna do the thing. I have Wanderer, so that's. I don't think there's a role.
Right. It's just a thing you do. Thing you're into. Yeah.
Where to next?
If I were to point us out on the map, right, we're way over here. But
Mm-hmm.
we had planned on meeting up with our people at Camp Vengeance, which I think they won't even be arriving until tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. But that's also a good distance for us too.
Iku, you had mentioned the heart of Uptao.
Indeed.
That's later on in the journey. You don't want us to scope that out now?
It is. It's further up, down, upriver, south, towards the origins of these waters that your party was traveling.
So it's a location.
Yeah.
Uptao, or is it God? Is it a temple or of some kind?
I have heard stories, and while I have not traveled to that one myself, I have heard some of these pieces.
Okay. No time like the present.
Oh, now? Now. You want this now. Oh, you can't even soak in all the mysteries of last night? You just want more mysteries?
They're all the same mystery, Iku.
Let's start with breakfast and we'll go from there.
Oh, that's a mystery. One good berry.
You're like, I am not waiting for this.
No, I know what's for dinner or for breakfast every day, and it's the good berries that I make before I go to sleep last night.
Right. Yeah. Okay, well, in that sense, we should pack up our camp and we can get ready to leave here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought you had said we were going to explore something on the way.
There is a place that well, you have questions and I have goals and we have people to meet. So there's a lot on our itinerary. But first, I can try to answer your question about the heart. See, over here, I have a little. I want to make sure I get this straight. There was a village, one that I used to frequent. And while I had much love and respect for, some of the unique culture they had demonstrated, they are past now. And there is an evil here in Schult, one of the greatest evils that I know of. And that is the green hag, Nani Poo Poo.
Okay.
She has destroyed the people of Imbala. And it would be of great personal value if we could put an end to her. Now, Mbala is on the cliff sides of the basin, overlooking both where we would be going as well as upriver. Camp Vengeance, you should be able to see it from there, high up on that mountain top. So, I would start with a personal request. Would you help me kill Nani Poo Poo?
Yes.
Hags mean dangerous games, but also mean fun and dangerous prizes. So I think.
What are the odds I've heard of this hag?
Well, let's see here. What can we find with that? You gave me a history, so let's see what that looks like.
Synthetic 20.
All right, that's a pretty good one. So I'm sure we can talk about the location. So let me pull that one up.
I'm capable of a low history roll, but it would piss me off.
Page down a whole bunch. Okay, just a moment here. What can we talk about this? All right, so the stories that you had picked up from the night or two you had in Port Nyanzaru, getting familiar with the names here, and corresponding them with the your previous studies, it would be a ghost town. You know, those that have passed nearby have seen that there are now skulls that litter the ground and the parapets and whatnot nearby.
I was actually curious if this hag is a person of note or of infamy.
Renown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see here.
How many Twitter followers does she have?
Yeah.
Would you call her an influencer?
Hey, let's not get cruel about it.
Hey, you got some
I mean, she has a job.
Yeah.
knowledge religion?
So fucked up. I know a lot of influencers. It's a lot of work.
But it's not a job.
If you know a lot of influencers, does that make you an influencer?
No.
Only if he influenced them.
Hi now.
I'm gonna tell somebody that I know you.
Whoa, come on now. Hold on.
All right.
24. Yes, religion.
Okay, so for religion, let's see what we can talk about. Yes. Okay, so between your history, the place, the religion, the name, you know, you do have a bit of a piece of a story that comes to you. And the information that you have is actually the whispers of a ritual, a rite of stolen life.
Okay.
And it seems that it is something that was gifted by, you know, in the story, was gifted to Nani by Mercrul,
Death God.
The Lord of Bones, Lord of the Dead, the Reaper, God of the Dead in the Faerunian pantheon. Yeah. So in that, there is a story about how she has ability to steal one life to empower another. A ritual that has been spoken of, and some people swear to have paid for. She's the only one that can do it. Part of the story, you remember.
That's great. I pass this along to the party. That's relevant information.
Okay.
I'm in. How far away? We're like here-ish, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Shooting
I remember right. So
we're right here.
right. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Clear one.
And she's pointing about over here.
So that's about 6 days if we double time it through the forest. We do have a helm of teleportation, by the way. We found a few stops back. I point to the lunatic who's just got like his glittering gem encrusted helm
Of course.
placed on it's tiny, but it's on its head.
And Iku pulls one of these feathered earrings from her ear and holds it open in her hand. This was a gift from one of the members there in Imbala. It's where the person made it and where it was gifted to me.
All right. That should be enough for the teleportation spell, right?
And as far as the spell goes, let's see. If you have something from the destination, right? Associated object.
So what do you say we hit up Port Nyanzaru today, and go, trade in our things, restock our supplies, get anything we think we might need to face a hag. I'm pretty specially geared up for undead, and this is not one. So,
Of course.
I don't know what hags are weak to. Moisturizing cream? I don't. Mean Girls? Well, yeah, head to Nyanzaru and see if there's any specific tools that we're gonna need or want in Umbala, and then from there, I mean, the helm works 3 times a day. We can be in Umbala this afternoon.
It does.
A very helpful rabbit says, "Did I hear somebody ask for a Arcana check?"
Oh, tragically, it's just a straight percentage.
Right. We got an associated object. Now, there's also, like... Where is that? Hold on. You can see... Hold on just a minute. Very familiar. Seeing casually.
Yeah, I tend to think like currently within line of sight counts as very familiar. But I mean, we're not in that situation right now. But
I'm trying to. Right, but I'm trying to give an informed answer for you.
Oh, got it.
Okay, so with the 3 charges, maybe instead we still use this to go to the mountaintop of Imbala. From there, we can see Camp Vengeance, wait for the rest of the party, and take those within them back so we can get more. All of us get more supplies.
But then we would be in Imbala before we've had a chance
Oh,
to gear up.
Right, but we don't have to stay there.
Oh, you think she
It's
won't
a
know that we
mountaintop.
visit?
It's a mountaintop. We'll be able to see where we're going. We'll leave in a moment. I don't think it's that dangerous. We'll
Well,
survive a moment.
I'm just saying my dear friend who is attuned to the item is not the sharpest in the box. So we got to make sure we don't have. And like the lunatic just like blinks with one eye and then licks the other one.
She gives it the look. Yeah, I hear
Tries to wink, but uses both eyes.
it.
Right? Sticks his tongue to one eye and then blinks over it.
Oh God! And now it's stuck.
We've all seen this. We know exactly what's happening.
But if you think so, and if you think there's not a risk, I mean,
I think it's a possibility, right? It's a good way to move forward. It doesn't have to be the only way though.
right.
But I do think that's a good one.
But you make a good point that that from Umbala is the way we're going to be able to scout out Camp Vengeance for the teleport. Either
Right.
way.
And still meet our crew. We don't have to stay there. We'll go meet with them. I mean, we've only been out here for, a little over a week, but I think when I was counting, they had 2 weeks of like bug juice and the other stuff, so might be time to re-up.
Potentially. Wait, do we have sending stones with the group? Do we have methods of communication?
Not yet. Might be a good time to go to town for that.
Yep.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, my vote is port first, and then meet with the group. Because I mean, if they need more supplies, we'll just go tomorrow. It's 3 charges every day.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go without them, that's up to you.
Do you think there's
Although
any
I'm
of
sure
them that
Faru
would
and
be?
Gondola will be very appreciative to get back to town, even if it is just for a night. And maybe
Yeah,
Salida will stop complaining about everything.
We can also only take 8 people,
Indeed.
so we're
But I
You know,
bet
with-
that a Triceratops loaded with supplies would be enough supplies for everyone.
it's probably true. But as far as like traveling right now and traveling around, we're actually we're over capacity, I think. Right? The 4 of us, each with a companion, and then you 2.
Right? And then Iku, Azaka, and Artis. That's 10.
Oh yeah, and Arctis.
Uh-huh.
Well, they have, but Iku can travel through, have us travel through trees, right?
No, it was a friend.
Oh, okay.
I asked for a friend's help, and that's what they sent me the next day.
Got it.
I sent them a dream.
Well, that changes things just a touch, doesn't
But
it?
you don't need to take me. either to Limbala or down to Camp Vengeance. I can meet you guys there later.
You'll meet us at Vengeance.
I can meet you at Vengeance.
All right.
So you can count me out of it.
All right. So I've got a fox and 2 geese and raccoon and a cabbage, and I got to get a boat over the river. So,
Cabbage.
all right, where do we think we should go? I suggest Nyanzaru, but there's no clear better or worse option. What do you guys think?
Well, if people need to resupply, this is a break in activity. I don't need to, but if other people do, that's.
I think our regular supplies are holding. Like we've got plenty of food, we've got plenty of bug oil.
Right, food and water. Those things are clear. I think it was like 14 days of bug juice.
Yeah. So I mean, we could re-up that, but we're still good. What I'm really considering is just like whatever tools it's going to take. I don't know what it takes to put down a hag.
It
But
does
I know
make
that
sense
I
to
can't
me.
find it here.
It does make sense to me that my magic items that I'm not able to use, that I'm just carrying around, are less useful than, for example, I don't know, potions of healing or something.
So my first thought is the second you sell it, the next day you'll need it. Just a law of the universe.
On that subject, I would be happy for you to carry them or
But
use
there
them.
are gems too, right? You do have gems, and there was like some artwork, and there's some other stuff in there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cash in, pick up something. Maybe consult with people, see if anybody knows any secret method
Card games.
to take out Daddy Poo Poo.
As far as I know, there's no like magic bullet for hags. They're very tricky.
Right.
Every flavor is very tricky, but there's not like a hag slayer sword.
Well, sure, but the more we know about this hag, and also things that work on Fae, cold iron, right? They are fairies.
Hey. So I did
What?
Arcana check and I rolled 23 specifically for the question of what is good to fight hags with.
Yeah.
Do we have any ideas off the top of our heads?
So they are a Fae, right? And you had an Arcana of over 20. So I think that we got some good info about them. We know that. They are evil, Fae, innate spellcasters. They can mimic animal and human voices and sounds. They tend to use illusions to try to deceive others, and they can turn invisible.
This is sounding like a green hag.
So in that case, I do actually have some.
A green hag, yes.
There's
So-
different. There's like a I forget what they're called, but there's like a death hag, and there's
Yeah, there's.
they're like the freaking Power Rangers. There's
Yep.
And
Sea
Iku
hags,
was
green
specific
hags,
that it is
Night
a-
hags, bog hags.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Iku was specific that it was a green hag that had
Well, on the upside,
damage.
her shape shifting and things won't work on me. But
Do you just have True Sight?
yeah,
Nice.
It's witch sight. I see 30 feet. I see things in their true form.
You tell me which site.
Okay. Well,
All right. So town or camp?
Azaka says, I'd rather be with a larger group than, just a few of us out here. There are stories of bigger things in the forest than we've seen so far.
All right.
Oh.
Well, currently we're gonna have Lunatic's gonna have to make 2 trips back and forth to get us all into any one place. So I mean, we don't have to take Iku, but that still leaves 2 trips with Arctis and Azaka. So no matter what, we're going to spend 3 charges getting to one single place right now.
Got it.
Where do we want to go, folks? Vengeance.
Is
Yeah,
that
let's
the
go
town?
shopping.
Camp
Yeah.
Vengeance is where the rest of our crew's headed. Port Nyanzaru is where, yeah, that's shopping.
So the port is shopping. Okay. I'd say port. Port.
I have no objection to port.
Port.
I'm not claiming to be great at reading everybody's mind or anything, but it sounds like we're all voting the same way.
Okay.
Am I misreading this? Anybody?
Seems there.
All right. Then over the next 18 seconds, hopefully, the lunatic will bamf to the docks at Port Nyanzaru and back, and then back.
Okay, so the bug juice clearly comes from Nyanzaru. From the merchant stalls.
Right. We have a whole bunch of shit from there.
Yeah. So, associated object, that's 1 to 100 on target. There's no mishap chance with an object.
I like it that way.
Yeah. So then that is how that goes.
But we will take. We're still at the place, right? We're still.
You are currently at the foot of the ziggurat.
Okay. So
you
we
have the option to do these things. Yeah.
So he also, the lunatic also has his orange flower and red feather.
Okay.
So he'll be able to get back to.
So then collect up the camp and get everything together, and people hold hands. We're like, right.
Right. Team 1, boom. Team 2, boom.
It's like 1 and then back and then there, and so
And then the glittering in the helm fades and waits for sunrise.
yeah. So you find yourself back in Port Nyanzaru. I figured it would happen sometime, but I didn't think it would happen now. That was soon.
Surprise!
And it's gone.
Now.
I mean, this group of players, you're lucky we didn't come back with an army. That's.
We're not done yet.
I mean, we left
We
with
will
one.
rally the street.
Yeah, that's time we left with the army.
Great.
And
Or-
that is how it goes. You find yourself back at Port Nyanzaru.
And somewhere in the jungle, does a shield guardian be walking one way and then just zoop, turn the other direction?
So I know we had some pieces there, but so we're back in the port, and you appear there, and then the frog is gone, and then you appear. The rest of you appear. So, with that, we will put you in the merchant's district, which I think we have the merchant market ward on the south side. We're all on the same map here. Right here. Maybe I'll just rock this here. Yeah, it'd be these docks right here. Sorry. So these will be the market docks that you find yourselves on. And as you look around, you see there are the busy bits of the city happening around you. Tabaxi minstrels are playing Jonathan Salmon here, actually playing in the background here. And, you know, people chasing their chicken through the past. And it's thick and warm and sweaty and loud, and there's people, and you're in the city.
It mentally prepares himself. Oh, okay. Azaka, would you take? You know all the vendors and things. Here's a list, an inventory of what we've picked up and salvaged, things like the armor plates from the spider and objet d'art. Can you go find some interested sellers for us while we handle some of the other specific stuff? Did you need to report in to anybody?
No, I don't need to report anyone. So, I suppose, yeah, we'll see if we can find the appropriate places to sell and trade some of this stuff off. Probably want to get like rooms for the evening too.
I can't hear you.
I think you're muted, Thomas.
Oh, yeah, that sounds great. Same spot as before. Was everybody okay with that place?
Mm-hmm.
All
right.
Well, then,
Let's go find some magic stuff to kill some hags.
Do a shopping montage.
Outfit change.
All right, do the shopping and the buying and the selling, and I don't think it's exactly necessary to quibble over each item here, but it's an opportunity for you to trade out things of value. I'm not going to haggle with you. If you have 1,000 gold worth of gems, that's 1,000 gold worth of gems. You can get 1,000 gold worth of something else for it.
Can I put it out to the party? So I have this here rapier of warning, which was sort of useful to the party because it means that it'll wake us all up if somebody's carrying it. Does anybody in the party want a free magic weapon to give them better initiative before we get rid of it? To make sure that if anyone gets attacked in the party, that we'll all suddenly wake up.
I mean, I guess I can use a rapier, so I could take it.
I mean, if you have an attunement slot.
Do I have an attunement? That is a good question.
If you don't, Cliff does.
Whatever. Anyway, it's up for grabs. I won't sell it. Somebody can have it.
Should we take? I see Thomas has stepped away. Should we take a break and figure out stuff?
Might be a good time. Let's go ahead and take a 15. We'll be back in 15 minutes, I suppose.
Cool.
55 after or sooner. So for all of those tuning in, catch us soon here. Players are going to figure out their shopping and come back with the answers, so we don't have to explore all of that here. Catch you soon.